people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 17 of Apollo Justice. Last time, we went to the Miraculous Clinic, and we discovered that basically there were shoes, someone broke in, we got Walkie's medical papers, and now we are going to, well, present the shoes because we have a good idea of who they belong to. Sandals. Walkie! You wouldn't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do! I was doing who bought for her.
For Miss Tiara?
Yeah, a birthday present. He got mad little feet, man. So cute, man.
So these sandals are hers.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Huh? What that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look. I don't smoke with nothing. I live long, right? Well, you won't live long with that boy in your heart, Walkie.
I don't think he gets it, Polly.
Take a closer look here in particular. Here it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiara. Huh? You know I do your homework.
So you met Miss Tiara when you...
Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so... Could you tell us a bit about the circumstance of your meeting? Fine. I'll tell you how I met her if you want to know so bad. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about one or two guilty charges.
But what if you're found guilty of murder?
Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they?
You didn't really do it, did you?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I learn one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, that old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is.
I heard you want to leave the mob.
Over my dead body? That can be arranged, Walkie. I spent my life trying to keep it real, be an OG and never step it down. Walkie, in that case, you should be stepping down. Step down now and step down fast. Now my old man wants to go so far, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I got the clink, that's the day Alita and I saw the next generation that gets out examined. Ew. I don't want to think about Walkie doing it. Ew. Knowing Walkie, he'd probably start crying halfway through. We don't look as though as if it's assumed you're going to jail, for my sake. That happened a year ago. I was shot down a little turtle with another family. I was ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me and hauled me up to the docks.
The Miraculous Clinic.
That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiara? She was scared of me a little at first, turns out. Though probably not for the reasons you think, Walkie. She was probably thinking, oh no, I have to deal with him. But you know what they say, the bad guys always get the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow, so I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight up gangster style. Guess what she said?
What'd she say?
Come on, give it some thought. She said give it real quiet like on the down low, know what I mean? I'll leave if you marry me. So, that was the proposal? Yeah, as you can see, Walkie didn't even really ask her to marry him. Walkie was basically just... Walkie was that one pathetic guy at the strip club who stares at a girl all night thinking that he's going to save her. You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done, and we were out of there. See you later, bye. About that op. Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. I swear, Walkie, you are messing with my throat. Good thing I came prepared with a big-ass bottle of lemonade. Lemonade. The elixir of life when it comes to these videos. The lemon really helps to make my throat feel better.
This health checkup was the boss idea, you said.
Yeah, can you imagine? What the point of living healthy when you're a G? Know what I mean?
But you didn't learn about the bullet at the checkup.
Yeah, that was when I knew that doctor had to pay. I figured I could get that cat pulled out after I got my revenge. And hey, I still live in large, Ada. Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old mate only gets the idea that we all gotta go get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. In that case, how did they treat Waggy when he would get like a cold when he was a child? Would steal a prescription? Steal his amoxicillin? Okay, final stop. Eldune's house. Eldune's house.
Mr. Eldun, we've been looking all over for you.
What the matter, Truth at all?
Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like extra advice.
I suppose he's still a doctor. Mr. Olu, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldune. Okay, Walkie's chart. Oh, Mr. Eldune, could you take a look at this? A medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics.
Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldun?
What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my clients.
He's on trial on suspicion of murder.
On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD.
ABD?
All but dead. He's knocking the pearly gates, and someone's about to answer. Frankly, this is Walkie we're talking about. No one at the pearly gates no one's opening the pearly gates to talk to him. They're just gonna leave it closed in the hopes that he goes away. Can you tell us why? Yes, as you can see, the hat. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You guys listen up good now, son. No way, it's like he's a completely different person. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fella ain't doing so well. He's got blood right inside of his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on.
What?
That bullet snug as a bug right there next to his aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap metal is just right about blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doctor be eager to fiddle with.
You mean?
Talk a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take you more of a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
And then Winfred hears this. You're gonna make Walkie better, little girl, or you're gonna disappear. Catch my drift? Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'll give another half of your tops. But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid should be on trial. He should be on the operating table. Great, just great.
How could Dr. Miraculous do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave the bullet in there?
I've got a pretty good idea of how he felt. Emergency operation. He's got the kid just up on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy Doll. Cold despair.
Despair?
About the only thing he could do is sew the bullet right back up. He was exactly in the situation to go admitting he could take it out.
The Kitakis.
You bet this kid's their only son out here. So, he skips the operation and walks back on the streets, living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he finally drops cold.
How awful.
And what doctor would they take it to? Miraculous. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth about what happened.
That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die.
There's a darkness in this world, Trucy Doll, waiting, hungry. Compared with these gangs, turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, Well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same. The Blaze the best motto of life. Blaze probably had that embroidered on a pillow.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You got Brown Walkie, couldn't you?
Yes, operate home with the rainwater. Just dump that rainwater in there, put some salt in there, and Walkie's good as new. Replace his heart with salt. I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So Walkie.
He's real lucky to be alive even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo.
This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita.
That's right, this operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition guaranteed.
Ah!
Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. But she knew her patient was in serious danger. You'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking, Apollo?
Isn't it obvious about the gold digging angle? Why else would any woman want to marry Walkie? Ah. Love lemonade. Like I said, I love the really sour lemonade. Could use more lemon. What were you thinking, Talia? I don't know if it's Talia or Tiala. I don't know. Okay, no save. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court Defendant's Lobby number 2.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Oh, and what time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
That's only 2 hours, Polly. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Head.
Here's look at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Hey, I get any sleep? Mr. Wright! I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out early today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know about who do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
How about Little Plum?
That Sherman Tango, Mom. Nope, guess again. And then meanwhile, yes, and then Felix looks behind him. He sees Winfred and Walkie. What did you say? He sees Winfred behind him. What did you say about my wife? Uh-oh. You're gonna get your ass handed to you. And then I'm gonna kick your ass. And then Winfred just tries to slam Felix with a crowbar, only for the crowbar to bend.
That's too bad, you know. Speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. I got candidates, Daddy. That Miss Sky lady was nice.
It's barely a morning and you're already at it, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita, your client's fiancée. She's gonna be a witness?
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I got my pennies back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
Okay, courtroom number 4. Court is now associated with the trial walking Kentucky. We're getting no cuts, no anything. All of a sudden, right here, I'm the judge. The bus is right here, Hunter. Prosecution has wound up and it's sold out, and it's a sold out house. Very well, to recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
Guilty of penny snatching.
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Judge, and today I'd like to do something a little newish. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation of the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed! His betrothed?
His fiancée, held Josh, his partner for life, with no chance of parole. A punishment worse than death, if you ask me.
Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. I love the judge like, I am so sorry.
Your name and occupation? Alita, my occupation is future wife.
I will say, tradition values, I respect that. I will save you. You deserve better, my dear. You deserve more than walkie-talkie. I can save you. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater. Friggin' the judge coming in with these high standards. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honestly, another admirable trait. I will make you mine after I get that Kentucky kid guilty.
Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant Wakikadaki confessed his plans for murder? Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Walker found out that Dr. Moraskis had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Walker could have done it.
So the pistol did belong to the Kentucky family then?
Ja, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kentucky mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms.
And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it?
Fired from a pistol the defendant procured, ja, that has been proven. How can you prove something like that?
Well, let's carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Yeah, it's not an Ace Attorney game until we have one discussion of ballistic markings. Of freaking ballistic markings!
Rifling marks? Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. And they use the exact same analogy of fingerprints.
And when you first heard about Walkie's plan,
it was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. You seen Walkie? He could barely harm his rubber ducky in the bathtub.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Walkie's plan. Walkie's grand plan.
That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Walkie looked at his face went so pale. But of course, he had just found out he had the bullet in his chest.
So, you were there at the time?
Yes, poor Walkie.
That must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up to shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome sure, but one I performed without complaint. Because I had the Fraulein detective do it for me. Walkie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Right, now he sounds like a psychopath.
Actually, I'd say Walkie's more sociopathic than psychopathic. Blaze, now that is a psychopath.
So, is it easy to take a piss off of the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access, but Walkie's a special case, being the next in line. Sorry. CzarThwomp! What are you doing? Trying to give me her forehead's voice. Do I look that pathetic to you? Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, Ja. Well, maybe he's a bit spoiled. No. A carton of 5-year-old milk is a little spoiled. Walkie is a freaking mess. He's a toxic waste dump of spoiled. Big ass sugar lemonade, take me away! I hear he got amazing presents for his birthday. Last year it was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. This was Winfred's
thing and say, "Dear Walkie, I hope you'll die. Happy birthday, Walkie. Hope you die." Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point being that Walkie had access to a pistol. What happened? Meaning the murder.
I tried to stop him, I really did, but Walkie wouldn't listen. Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems.
The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. How can you say that for certain? How?
Her forehead! You were refrained from badgering the Fraulein! It was the defendant, Walkie, was it, who took the visa from his home. We know this for a fact now.
I suppose we do.
So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, Shah.
That does seem to be the case. Just the defense have anything to say regarding this point. Could someone else have used that pistol?
There was another.
Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol.
What's this?
Interesting. Let's ask the defense instead. Tell the court who this other person with access was.
Yes, it was Emma! Emma is the true master! No, Eldoon! Eldoon planned this all along! Phoenix! No, Dr. Hickfield! It was that creepy guy. Yes, it was Alita.
Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Talia.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this... You know her, Justice. This makes your boss during his simping days look like a child.
It does seem unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. I'd hope you do more than just hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Talia, and the victim. That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Miraculous Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, can you explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I am to be wed to Walkie. You think I'm going to be warm, Mr. Justice? You think I'm going to be warm at the idea of marrying that guy who was a quacker? I was on staff at the clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't now.
Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're that kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love. Past, present. Oh, joke's on you, Miss Tiala. I have no girlfriend. I've never had a girlfriend. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly?
She's one tough nut. She probably feels right home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Miraculous Clinic, true. But you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Miraculous Clinic. These sandals were found in the Miraculous Clinic lobby. And they're yours, aren't they?
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's it with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help me get Walkie back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance of this clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well, the witness will tell us more about the visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day? The Maractus Clinic.
I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him after I knew Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistakes. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secret. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend.
By mistake you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant, the botched operation.
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know.
That does make sense.
Yes, Ja, but there's still one thing we do not.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
The sandals. That's in the lobby, of course. We can assume she brought these sandals to the clinic, Ja. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Gotta do a quick sec to pause. Okay, I'm all good. Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home.
I would have worn those sandals home too.
So why were the sandals left behind?
Ah! He pointed out the contradiction before me.
There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Mr. Fräulein Talia? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake? Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, Ja, forehead.
Oh, what the? No fair! He's filling the holes in their testimony! The defense may begin the cross-examination. Around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year.
Of course it was. He was the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why didn't you go out to the clinic that day? Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop Walkie, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was thrown by his mirror yesterday, Ja. I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure, knowing that doctor.
You mean that act about price on Walkie, correct?
If he had just told Walkie the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, but the operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course, if he had told him, he might have been erased by the Katakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought.
We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kataki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to. That's why I knew I had to warn him.
No dark secrets, eh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
Just hiding something. I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it, too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind.
There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him.
You know why she went, Paulo?
Trying to figure out what really happened at the clinic. And fast! Oh, sorry. Your Honor, take this statement contradicts as evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. You sure about that? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Justice. Ah! That didn't go so well. Yeah, documents again. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes.
Why would this one chart be in that safe? We'll answer that question next time. Anyways, I really appreciate you took a minute to watch the episode. You're a great viewer. We come back for the next one. If you like, subscribe, comment, share, do as you want. But I'll see you next time. Bye.